prefer natural solutions to health issues? And do you truly believe in the innate healing power of the body? If you do, then this is the channel for you. I'm Jackie, and here at Treating Dyslexia, I am journaling and showing live in the moment my journey of helping my daughter to treat her dyslexia. What I find so exciting about this method is that this is a way to work with the body, not against it. And we are going for true healing, total healing, and not just management of symptoms. So my dad is a doctor. So I grew up, he was a traditional doctor to begin with, and slowly but surely he started to notice that some traditional and older healing methods gave him better results. And sometimes when he would do conventional things, he just wasn't able to help people in the way that he felt that he should. And over the course of his years of experience and practice, he realized that most of the time, natural solutions would give him better results. He never denied or ever said anything other than drugs can be life-saving. They absolutely are life-saving in specific circumstances. But his first line of defense, his first attempt would always be to help the body to heal naturally. So for instance, when I was 17, I got glandular fever. It was awful. I think that's maybe the worst illness I ever had. Everything ached. Every inch, every joint, every articulation, everything ached. And I remember being like, this is bad. Like, this is the worst I've ever felt. And he treated me with high dose vitamin C, high dose beta carotene, and high dose echinacea. And I remember being like, no, this is the time for the big guns. This is the time for the drugs. You understand? I am suffering here. And literally within, I think it was 3 to 4 days, I was 100% better. I was fighting fit. I was ready to go. There was a party that a boy I liked was going to, and I was like, let's do this. And he refused. He was like, no, you're not leaving the house for 10 days. 10 days. And I carried on with the, I think the dose was slightly less as I started to get better, but I carried on with those 3 supplements for the 10 days. And then he warned me that glandular fever can reoccur in a lot of people. When you get any kind of illness, the glands will come back up, and it's a disease that frequently reoccurs. I never had a reoccurrence. Probably about in the year to like 18 months after, I did have my glands come up a couple of times, just beginning, and I would start again with the vitamin C and everything, and boom, that was the end of it. So I never had a full reoccurrence. And then after that period, that was it. I can get very sick now and my glands don't swell. So I was shocked. That was a real life experience for me, that even when you are extremely ill, if you support the body naturally, it can completely heal. There is no need always for conventional drugs. So I learned firsthand the power of natural healing. So from that point on, I was convinced, and that is what I want going forward for my children, and that is how I treat myself. By all means, when it is necessary, I 100% accept, respect, and appreciate conventional medicine. But if I can help myself before, without needing to go that far, then that's what I'm going to try to do. So if we look at something like ADHD, a lot of children are given medication. And from this perspective of Dr. Paulk's work, it's really exciting because maybe they don't need that medication, because every medication, a conventional drug, has a side effect. And then you have to manage those side effects, and you don't know what side effects you're going to get. And anyway, you're altering the chemistry of the body, of a growing body. You're adding something that wasn't there before, that isn't natural to the body. So I was like, I'm so excited about this, because there's a chance for these kids that maybe, are looking at being medicated for the rest of their lives to not have to take medication. And that to me is super exciting. If these methods, natural methods, can help their brains to rewire themselves differently so that they don't have to take medication, how is that not exciting? That is super duper exciting. So having said that, I don't judge when somebody else chooses to use medication. We're all in different circumstances, and nothing taught me not to judge other people more than having my own child. Because before you have a child, you think you know it all, you look from the outside, you have no idea what that person is going through, the sleepless nights, the complete rearrangement of your life, and just having to be a parent 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There is no break. It's relentless. There's no ending to it. So I completely understand that everybody has to make their own decision for what's right for them, what they can cope with, and what's right for their family. And I'm not here to make that decision for anybody else. What I am here to do is to say, wow, we have options. There are options. That is exciting. So this is a chance to be well, to actually be well, to do something that, it's not commonly known can be done. Not everybody realizes that this can be done. So we're a little bit pioneers. We're a little bit, the ground is broken, but it's not commonly known that this groundbreaking treatment is available. And it's like the 4-minute mile. I don't know if anybody's heard of the 4-minute mile, but there was a time in history when it was believed that a human being could not run a mile in less than 4 minutes. And then a guy, I want to say Roger Moore, I don't know if that's actually his name because I'm now thinking that sounds like Bond. But anyway, Roger Bannister maybe. Anyway, an amazing man managed to run a mile in less than 4 minutes. And as soon as he broke that barrier, loads of people managed to do it. But sometimes we just need those people to go first and to show us that it can be done. And that is my hope for this channel, to just demonstrate live in front of people that, hey, this is what it looks like, this is what the path looks like, and this is what can be achieved with this method. And the truth is, so many children are suffering. Like, I know in every classroom that my daughter has ever been a part of, a lot of the children are dyslexic or dyspraxic, or they have ADHD. Some of them have autism. We have an explosion of neurological disorders. I don't know why, and I don't really think it overly matters. I don't think that we're going to find the precise solution, precise cause, and then manage to get rid of it. Probably not in my lifetime, but it almost isn't necessary if we can treat the condition. And I just love that every problem has a solution. And just that belief that, okay, I can encounter a huge problem, a huge roadblock, something that I didn't see coming, something that has really stopped me in my tracks, but there is a solution. Because where there's a problem, there is a solution. It just takes somebody to find it. And thankfully, doctors like Dr. Robin Polk and people who do this neurofeedback, they have provided this way. Without their research and without their work, I couldn't be doing what I'm doing. I couldn't be making this video. I couldn't be trying to share this with other people. So massive respect and massive gratitude to them, because it is not easy to be a salmon swimming upstream, especially in the medical industry, that does not like people who don't go with conventional ways of doing things, who question the prevailing wisdom. And yeah, I'm very, very grateful to these people because they are changing lives. And I am excited through this channel to hopefully show for everybody the reality of what is possible. I would have loved to have a channel like this that I could follow myself. When I first learned about Dr. Robin Polk and I was doing research and I was reading his case histories and everything, if there was a channel like this, I would have loved it. To just see, okay, this normal woman with no medical training, no medical background, she managed to do this. This is how she did it. I can do that, just to have someone to show the way. So that is why I find this really exciting. And I hope that you do too. And, even if, let's say, she's still dyslexic at the end of this, her health, just overall her health will be so much better, which means that her immune system will be functioning better. And we will be better at the end. So the effort, I don't think it's a risk. I don't feel like this effort won't be rewarded, because neurologically and physiologically, she will be better. We're eliminating all sorts of terrible things from her diet. She's eating much better. We're much more aware of what kind of foods are important for the brain, what foods are not important for the brain. And I mean, when she does the stairs, she really struggles with the stairs. So I was like, wow, we get those hemispheres communicating properly, and that's going to have a huge impact on her life, because it's really difficult for her. It's something so easy for other people and so difficult for her. So just every step that we take is going to get her into a better place in her life and in her health. So yes, this to me is super exciting. I hope you're excited too. I hope that you can take something from these videos and feel inspired and feel hopeful that your child, whatever neurological condition they have, can also improve and can also live a different life, or, you know, completely heal from the life that you've been told is necessary. And let's be honest, extra tutoring is expensive. And if they're going to need extra tutoring right through to the end of their school life, that's a lot of money. So although this isn't cheap, if it works, it's much cheaper than having to pay for tutoring for the rest of, you know, life. And then on top of it, you know, their self-esteem is affected. So not having that self-esteem issue and not having to pay for endless tutoring, to me, that is a win-win, whichever way you twist and turn it. So I hope this is useful to people. I hope that this boosts your spirits and gives you hope, and that following our journey serves the purpose that I intended it to. Join me in the next video for more.